There were some great matches, but from different shows. What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Aaron, and this is Wrestling by Waldridge. Welcome to yet another edition of my top 5 wrestling matches of the week. So we kick things off with Pac, Penta and Eddie Kingston versus the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler in a 6-man tag from AEW Dynamite. I thought the story could be surmised nicely by the phrase, "the enemy of my enemy is my friend." This match really played on the tension between Eddie and Pac and Penta with some early hesitant tags. There was some cohesion as the match progressed, but it always felt quite forced. The Young Bucks leaned into their over-top personas as well as ever, and I thought Brandon Cutler played his character as the clumsy stooge very well too. As you would expect when it comes to a Young Bucks match, it did descend into absolute mayhem, not helped by the bad refereeing. Seriously, Rick Knox sucks, to be quite frank. I've heard that it's a story on BTE, but for me it just doesn't translate to Dynamite. But despite the utter chaos, this was still a fun match to watch. I really enjoyed Eddie Kingston's hot tag after the Bucks enjoyed a lengthy spell on top, and the crowd were really into it as well. And the face team picked up the win when Kingston hits Cutler with a spinning back fist, allowing Pac to cover for the 1, 2, 3. Next up, we look at another match from AEW, not Dynamite, but Dark. Matt Sydal versus Dante Martin from Top Flight. The match told a good story of an exuberant Dante who showed a lot of heart against the more experienced Sydal. In acknowledgement of Dante's impressive aerial ability, Sydal adopted a wily game plan to slow down the pace and execute various submissions. The work rate was excellent in this match. There was an awesome display of striking, grappling and athleticism. Some of Dante's offense is just incredible. I particularly enjoyed the somersault into the stunner, that looked fantastic, and I thought the match was very well structured too. A great beginning where Dante gets the upper hand over Sydal, which leads into the in-ring story, a middle segment which featured Sydal working the heat, and an end which comprised of Dante's big comeback, leading into a solid finish where Sydal finally overcame his courageous opponent, winning with his lightning spiral finisher. It was a fun match to watch, and I'm just glad it got given the right amount of time it needed to tell the story. And then we have Serena Deeb versus Camille for the NWA Women's Championship from NWA's When Our Shadows Fall pay-per-view. The match told a great story which focused on the size disparity between these two women. Camille dominated a large portion of this match, using her size and strength advantage to great effect, until Deeb was finally able to make a comeback by attacking the legs of Camille, a wise strategy and great psychology which this match had in abundance. Camille really knows how to work with her size. If you go and rewatch this match, you'll notice that Deeb doesn't take Camille down off her feet until way later on in the match. She doesn't fall to a drop toe hold or multiple European uppercuts. Even a rope-assisted neck breaker, she still doesn't fall down. She makes Deeb earn it, and it does feel like a big deal when it eventually happens. The selling from both women was great, especially from Deeb, who consistently nursed her injuries as the match progressed, and Camille won the match with a spear at the third time of asking in a very well-worked match. And then next up, in the main event of Ring of Honor, we got another match between Josh Woods and Silas Young, but this match occurred under pure rules. This match put a lot more emphasis on that simple question, who is the better wrestler? And considering the history between Woods and Young, I thought this match had a really cool master versus apprentice dynamic. Young adopted a cerebral game plan to abuse the pure stipulation against Woods. For instance, there was a number of cases where Young would illegally punch Woods in the face without the referee looking, and at first this game plan appeared to work as we saw a frustrated Woods receive a warning as he did punch Young in the face whilst the referee was looking. However, he kept his head, relied on his ability, and was able to overcome Silas Young by countering his finisher to execute the Beast Lock to win by submission. There was some excellent technical wrestling on show by both of these men, reversals and submissions aplenty, and I am very impressed by Woods. his movement and how he uses his size to his advantage. To see a man of his size be as technically proficient as he is awesome. And then finally we head over to NXT UK, where we saw Meiko Satomura versus Kaylee Ray Part 2 for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Satomura controlled the early portion of this match, which resulted in Kaylee Ray becoming increasingly frustrated, and we began to see some heel tendencies by Kaylee Ray. We saw her attacking Meiko Satomura as she was entering the ring. We also saw her use her hair as leverage, all in order to gain the upper hand. And then later on in the match, we saw Kaylee Ray's frustration turn into desperation. Unable to break the fighting spirit of the challenger, we saw Kaylee Ray try to use her title belt to win by disqualification, but it didn't work. And the match concluded with Meiko wearing Kaylee Ray down to the point where she was able to connect with the Scorpio rising kick. She makes the cover. 1, 2, 3. Satomura picks up the huge victory. Awesome character work by both women. Kaylee Ray's emotions were very visible to see, and Satomura definitely lived up to her final boss moniker. I wasn't a huge fan of all of the super kicks used in this match, as it is a move that I don't like to see prostituted, but this was a very strong match which had a nice pro-wrest flair to it. But that was my top 5 wrestling matches of the week. As always, let me know what your favourite match was in the comment section down below, whether you agree or disagree with my selections. And I just wanted to give a massive thank you to everyone that has viewed my very first episode of Legacy Sessions, where I was joined by Steve from SCW. It's great to see it performing so well, and it's made me so happy. I can't wait to do another one. And guys, if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter at WrestlingByW. Please make sure to give this video a like, give it a share, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I release new videos. I hope you all have a great weekend, guys, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.